Here is the biggest fear Gen X creators have. I won't be able to keep up. And honestly, you're right to think that if you try to do content the way Gen Z does it, posting 5 times a day, dancing for the algorithm, editing videos at midnight, chasing trends every week. No, that is not the Gen X way. Gen X creators win through wisdom, rhythm, and sustainability, not speed. Today, I'm going to show you how to create consistent content without burnout, overwhelm, or sacrificing real life. Let's get into it. Hey, my friend, this is Conrad L. Jones, and welcome back to the Gen X Creators channel, where we help people in their 40s and 50s transform their life experience into influence, impact, and income. So far in this series, we've explored clarity, confidence, content, community, credibility, and cash flow. Now we arrive at something that determines whether your creator journey thrives or crashes: consistency. And let me tell you this up front: you don't need to dominate the internet. You just need a simple system that keeps you visible, valuable, and aligned with your calling. Let's break that system down. It's not because we're lazy, it's not because we lack discipline. It's definitely not because we can't create content. It's because, one, we have real responsibilities: jobs, families, aging parents, health, ministry, community work. Two, we don't want content to take over our lives. We value balance. Three, we tend to overthink everything. Every post becomes a project, every video becomes a production, every idea becomes a 3 hour internal debate. Four, we are used to excellence. We don't want to look unprepared or unprofessional. Five, we weren't raised in a post everything online culture. So visibility feels like vulnerability. But once you remove overwhelm, consistency becomes easy. Let me show you how to do that. This is the system I recommend to almost every Gen X creator. Hour one, capture. Set aside an hour per week to gather ideas by asking, what did I learn this week? What conversation stood out? What problem did someone ask me to help solve? What scripture or insight hit me deeply? What mistake reminded me of a lesson? You'll be shocked how much content shows up. Hour two, create. Record or write 2 to 4 small pieces of content. For example, one short teaching video, one story, one encouragement post, one tip or framework. You don't need fancy equipment, and you don't need perfection. Hour three, connect. This is where consistency becomes impact. Spend an hour responding to comments, messaging people, encouraging your audience, asking questions, starting conversation. This builds community, not just content. You do this every week, your brand grows, your confidence grows, your influence grows, your income grows. Consistency is not magic, it is rhythm. Not all content requires high energy. Gen X creators thrive with meaningful, simple, intentional content. Here are the 5 easiest types. Type 1, story-based content. Tell one moment, share one lesson, give one takeaway. Stories never run out. Type 2, perspective content. What I wish I knew 10 years ago. This is the mistake most people make. Here is how I see this differently now. Your perspective is authority. Type 3, framework content. People love structure. 3 steps to getting unstuck. 5 things that help me heal. The 2 mistakes to avoid. 1 mindset shift that changed everything. Frameworks equal credibility plus clarity. Type 4, encouragement content. People are tired. People are hurting. People are confused. Your voice can be a lifeline. Encouragement creates connection. Type 5, faith aligned content. A scripture plus a lesson plus a practical takeaway. This attracts people who resonate with your spiritual foundation. Here it is. Create from overflow, not exhaustion. Don't force content. Don't chase trends. Don't sacrifice peace. Don't let the algorithm become your idol. Instead, create from your experience, create from your faith, create from your purpose, create from your assignment in this season. When content comes from overflow, it feels easy, even enjoyable. When it comes from exhaustion, it feels heavy, and eventually you quit. Here's a perspective most creators don't hear. Your voice is a ministry, not necessarily a religious ministry, a ministry of encouragement, a ministry of wisdom, a ministry of hope, a ministry of clarity, a ministry of deliverance, a ministry of purpose, and a ministry of perspective. And ministries require consistency. Every time you show up, someone gets strength, someone gets direction, someone gets healing, someone gets encouraged, someone gets clarity. Your consistency is not about feeding the algorithm. It's about feeding the assignment on your life. I'm giving you one challenge this week. Record one imperfect video and post it. Not perfect, not polished, not rehearsed, just honest. When you break the perfection barrier once, it never controls you again. Perfection is the enemy of consistency, but honesty builds connection, and connection builds momentum. If this message spoke to you, I want to invite you to take your next step. Take the free quiz, discover your zone of genius, and turn your life experience into influence and income. It's a simple, powerful 5-minute diagnostic for Gen X adults who feel called to do more with their wisdom, their experience, and their God-given gifts. You'll find a link in the description below. Consistency isn't about being everywhere. It's about being present. It's about being faithful to your message. It's about building your voice, your audience, and your purpose 1 week at a time. The next chapter requires consistency, but not the kind that drains you, the kind that aligns you. In the next video, we're diving into calling, how to understand the deeper purpose behind your creative journey and why it gives you a competitive advantage. Make sure you subscribe, and I'll see you in the next video.